Leftovers at Midnight, episode 17, I think. How's everybody doing?
We're almost legal.
Almost.
Almost.
You can almost legally join the military, but not do it for fun.
You can't buy cigarettes anymore.
Yeah.
Also true.
Can't go buy a fucking vape at the gas station. I mean, you can, but...
If they don't check your ID.
Why would they? They don't care.
That's fair.
Dude, I've been to so many places that don't check my ID. Like, when I turned 21, aside from where I went earlier in the day, I went to a bar to have dinner, and they just gave me beer. I was like, okay. No one knew it was my birthday.
Mine was the same way. Like, I got ID'd one time because the dinner we had was at Applebee's, and they ID everyone no matter how old you look.
Mm-hmm.
But all the rest of the places I went drinking that day, nobody asked.
Yeah.
I bought some beer tonight at Walmart, and I did the self-checkout, so the light goes off because I have scanned beer.
Yeah.
The guy walks over, looks at me, walks away, and does the mobile age verification thing on his little pad. Didn't ask me any questions, didn't even care. Just walks up, walks away, whatever.
Louis, can I have your autograph, please?
Like, if you've got a beard, you can afford beer. You can buy beer if you have a beard. Which is funny because I've had facial hair since I was 18 years old. Like, as soon as I was allowed to grow it by the job I had, I started growing a beard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I can't really say anything because I stopped getting ID'd when I was 16. But then again, I kind of ran around scummy gas stations and shit. So my first tattoo was the one that I have on my bicep. And we ran around the beach. I mean, we were all wearing tank tops and shit. So I just walked in and bought a pack of smokes, and that was it. Really the only time I get carded is if I go to restaurants because that's their policy.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I never really had to experience that. So
dude, I didn't do anything I didn't do anything until I turned 18. I did not smoke weed for the first time till after I turned 18. I didn't drink for the first time till after I turned 18. I was a sheltered boy all the way up until that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I cannot say the same.
Beer, I never even tried to buy cigarettes or anything just to see if it would work because I was totally afraid of what would happen if it didn't.
Yeah. I can't really say the same. I think I had my first beer when I was 11. Had my first smoke when I was 9.
Was smoke.
Yeah.
I was a little baby smoking a Marlboro.
I didn't start drinking beer on a regular basis until I could legally buy it.
I
did not,
me too.
I remember very vividly. No. I mean, I didn't like beer up until that point. I remember extremely vividly the very first beer I ever drank that was a refreshing beer, and I was like, oh, I understand.
Me too. It was Dos Equis.
We were at band practice, and I found out that they sold Yingling at the place that we practice, and I was like, you know what? It's been a day, and I bought a beer, and I was like, this has been one of the single most amazing experiences of my life. I understand now.
When you're sweaty and you're doing yard work, dude, it's fucking amazing. I back before I had the job I had now, I was always doing manual labor and shit. So I'd go to work, get off at 1:00 in the afternoon sometimes, come home and start doing yard work. Be like, fuck, I'm exhausted. Go in my kitchen, chug a Corona, come back out and just keep doing yard work. It's better than fucking water at that point.
It's weird.
Yep.
It's weird how it works.
It's funny because when you think about drinking a beer, logically, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you would want to drink while you were sweaty. It's almost the same concept as oh, I'm really sweaty and hot. Let me go eat a piece of bread.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Good bread.
But it just works.
Yeah. Beer is just liquid bread.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't like that comparison. Can we not do that?
It's what it
I
is.
know it's true, but that doesn't mean I don't like it.
I mean, you guys are bringing up.
You like stale liquid bread.
Perfect thing.
That's not even the point. Just because I like shitty beer doesn't mean that I don't have taste.
Okay,
you're allowed to
so
like shitty beer, but you're not allowed to shotgun it anymore.
yeah, we were talking about this today. Do you want to tell that story, Eric?
No, actually, I don't, because I don't really remember it.
Okay.
I have the video. That doesn't mean I remember it, so I
good.
can't tell the story.
Okay,
So
so Mr. Eric over here with the pink hair and the glasses on his shirt was having a memorial. No, it wasn't a Memorial Day party. It was her birthday, I think. It was something.
Probably.
And we had a bunch of beer.
No, this story was on Memorial Day. The Four Loko was on his birthday, which is a whole other story.
Yeah, this might be because we had the beer bong and shit. So
Which I still use.
Yeah, we all decided to go outside and shotgun a beer. Me, Kyle, and a couple other people were all out there, and we all have the can, poke a hole in it like you're supposed to, and get ready to crack it. Meanwhile, you have Eric, who opens the beer first, and then takes some keys, and then goes like that and chugs it. Well, he missed his mouth.
He put it up to his mouth and then went like this and dumped it out all over the ground.
That's what it was. Yeah,
pouring straight out the other side.
And the worst part is that I leaned back so far because I was expecting something fucking immaculate, and I just ended up dumping it all over myself.
That was the reason I didn't join in on that shotgun, was because on Memorial Day that day, I don't know, you probably remember this, Eric, because we weren't drunk yet, but that was the day I did 5 shots in a row at 11 a.m.
I still have the video proof of that. That actually did happen.
We
I want to
did
see
that.
this video.
We did a Russian toast that day. I have video.
We also made margaritas.
I have video evidence of Eric's definition of a mixed drink being, he had one of those like white Monster tall boys with the screw cap on it. He popped that open, drank probably like that much out of it, and then just dumped Jack Daniel's honey in it.
That's what a mixed drink is. It's 2 drinks mixed together.
Well, I mean, it was like honey and like blue raspberry. It's like the most disgusting combination.
He is a sweet guy.
I mean,
that was also when I discovered Dragonberry Bacardi. Which is incredible.
Yeah, I think
absolutely incredible, and it works really good for mixed drinks. Because back then I wasn't making mixed drinks, but now, like since quarantine happened, I got really into making cocktails and stuff, and it works very good in a cocktail.
I honestly, you brought up the Dragonberry Bacardi, and I don't remember if that was just some tender one-off that brought that over, or if that was something that I had by accident.
No, that was you.
Okay.
No, that was you. You went out specifically and bought that bottle for that party because you wanted to try it. And I was like, Dragonberry? Like, what?
Yeah,
and we got it, and it was a fucking amazing. Bacardi, sponsor our podcast.
Yeah, right. There's one thing I do want to say.
Episode.
In the video of Eric completely fucking up that shotgun, you hear Tommy in the back go, "You fucking missed," or he's like, "You fucking idiot," or something like that.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, and it caused me to spit out the beer that was going down my throat and almost choke. I was like, yeah, it's going to be cool.
we got to put that on our Twitter so people can see what the fuck we're talking about.
Oh, I'll have to find it and cut it out.
Oh, yeah.
100%. For privacy's sake, but yeah.
Did we tie that into the beer bong story or the beer funnel story that we have? How that came to life?
I might have told the beer bong story, but I'll say it and fast forward because it's not that interesting. Yeah. But me and a buddy of ours, we decided to get a beer bong for the party. I picked him up from his apartment, and we were driving around, couldn't find anything. So we're like, what the fuck? What?
I was about to say, it was not a beer bong. It was not a beer bong. He stopped at the auto parts store and got a fucking oil funnel and some hose and taped that shit together. It is not a beer bong by any means. It is the ghetto fabulous version of a beer bong that just was born of pure ingenuity.
So the best part about that is when we couldn't figure out where to buy a beer bong. So I had the bright idea of let's stop at Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone and buy a bunch of shit and make one. We get there, we get the funnel and all these little fucking tubes and tape and clamps and shit. The guy looks at us, he's like, "What are you guys making?" We're like, "What do you think? Like, are you trying to embarrass us? It's Memorial Day. We don't look like we're 12 years old. What do you think we're doing, buddy? You know, we're going to get fucked up and not drive. Don't drink and drive.
Don't do it.
So for anyone who is wanting to ask the question, yes, I do still use it. I've actually used it on streams a few times, and it still works like a fucking charm. Originally, I had it back here.
Drink beer out of, or did you just pound G Fuel into it?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I use it to drink beer.
He coats it in G Fuel and pours Fiji water down it, so it's like a shot.
And then he butt chugs.
Actually, doing a G Fuel beer bong is not.
Will you do a G Fuel beer bong for us?
That is a terrible idea.
It is not a terrible idea.
Out of all the terrible ideas that I've had in my life, you think that's a bad idea? I don't think so. I've had worse.
All right. I'll give you that.
You know what? He drank out of that the first time we had it, right? And you think that was a bad idea? A bottle of Jim Beam.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jim Beam.
How much of that did I drink? Was it the whole thing, or was it just like part of it?
It was the rest of the Jim Beam honey that you had poured into the monster earlier on.
Jim Beam honey or Jack Daniels honey?
It was Jim Beam honey.
Jim Beam honey for sure.
Okay.
Yep. Because I was just talking about that on stream the other night too. That is my favorite whiskey.
I remember vividly the label on it has like the honeycombs on it. It is a super cool looking.
Yeah.
I have some. My favorite whiskey is always Jameson. Like hands down Jameson. The only Jack Daniels that I can tolerate. Well, there's Jack Honey, and then they have the Jack Winter, which is like their cider, that stuff. So it's only like 30 proof, but it's super dangerous because it just tastes like apple cider, and you can drink it all night, and it super
sneaks up on you.
So it just smacks you in the face after 3 drinks. If you drink it like on the rocks, you're annihilated, even though it's less than most wines by ABV.
Yeah. It's we had some good times.
Speaking of which, I learned way too late how good wine is at fucking you up.
Well, that's the thing. It's
a whole
adult fucking
different
grape
kind of
juice.
It's a whole different kind of drunk.
Oh yeah. It makes you feel like exquisite. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not a huge wine person. Not really. Like, I've had my fair share of booze, but like wine's that's not my jump. So it's like Welch's for adults. It's just
you just haven't found the right wine yet, Eric.
I don't know. I mean,
oh my god!
I fuck with.
You're
with
probably
Moscato.
drinking it out of the wrong glass.
Is it a Scotch glass or a G Fuel cup? You have your fucking Chardonnay with like your tropical rain G Fuel on the side. You're just fucking mixing them on stream. Like, time to get fucked up, boys.
Funny enough,
it's like a Jaeger bomb for pussies.
Probably get away with that with like champagne and G Fuel. That probably
100%.
That would smack.
Awesome.
100%. Yeah. Funny enough, I've got 5 total tubs on my desk currently, and I've got another one coming in next week. So
you have
the pyramid should be complete.
Oh, speaking of wine, that reminds me of the time. No pun intended. Or rhyming intended. The first time I ever got like super super fucked up around family, it was Christmas, and my mom had made sangria, and I had 5 or 6 like full to the brim red Solo cups of sangria, and I was shit faced, like piss drunk, stupid around my sister, her fiance, her kids, people I don't fucking know. Like, I'm like, can I have some of that turkey and rice, please? Like, give me that. I was totally 21, by the way. 100% over the legal drinking age. I was, for a fact.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
but
I
oh my
think
god,
I've ever been like fucked up around my family because my parents don't drink. Like my dad, I'm a lightweight, and I'll own that. But my dad is a lightweight. Like, I saw him have 1 glass of sangria one time when we were at somebody's wedding, and he was starting to giggle, and his face was turning red. Now, my dad is he weighs like almost 300 pounds of just solid bulk, and he's like 6'2", just like this mean mad ball looking motherfucker. And he has 1 glass of sangria, and he's just like. And then my mom is like, She does not party. My mom does not party. Like, she doesn't like mixed drinks because she hates the taste of liquor. So she's like, if I wanted to get drunk, I would just do shots, but I never want to get drunk, so I don't drink liquor.
And I don't do shots.
She has one glass of
sound
wine
logic.
with dinner if they go to a restaurant, and that's it. Like, she doesn't. There's almost never alcohol in the house unless my dad got some like Angry Orchards or something.
There was one time I was at my sister's house, and I had I think I had about 2 beers or something like that, and then her fiance comes out, and he's like, "I got some moonshine." Hands me a glass, normal like Scotch glass, that fucking full. I slammed it because it was apple pie moonshine. I just glug.
Right now.
Ooh, and then we went to Wendy's afterwards, me and my mom.
We have banana pie or banana pudding moonshine.
Why have you not brought me any?
I can.
I'm a slut for banana pudding.
I can bring you some. I'm trying to figure out how to make a shot out of it because I tried out of it and it's too rich. Like, you can't mix it with anything. It either tastes like straight up rubbing alcohol with like the LaCroix of rubbing alcohol of banana, you know, or it tastes like the richest like you just drank melted ice cream. Like that. There's no in between. So I'm trying to see if I can make a shot out of it that's like a banana pie shot, like with whipped cream or something.
Like a touch of Bailey's in there and maybe some Fireball.
See, that's what. So what I mixed it with before was I mixed it with your mom's Kahlua and like a little bit of Bailey's.
No, your mom. Well, my mom makes Kahlua for anybody that doesn't know.
Dude, my mom doesn't drink Kahlua. She drink liquor. I established this. No, for the record, Robbie's mom makes the best Kahlua I have ever had in my life.
Holy fuck. And, there's no comparison.
I mixed it with the Kahlua, and like the moonshine is so like thick that it sits on top the same way milk does in a White Russian. So you can have like half Kahlua, half moonshine, and it sits like black and white, which is a super cool look for a drink. But when you try to drink it, like I said, it's like drinking melted ice cream. It's so rich and so disgusting that you can't finish it.
Ooh, you might be able to put that on some ice cream and make like a Bananas Foster type thing.
Well, I was thinking like a milkshake, like a banana pudding milkshake.
Some Jack Honey in there. We're alcoholics.
Alcoholics go to meetings and meetings are for quitters.
What I ended up doing was mixing it with the Kahlua and chocolate milk, and with like maple syrup drizzled on the top of it with whipped cream. It tasted really good, but like I couldn't finish it. It was so
True Moo is the best kind of chocolate milk next to Ovaltine.
Say True Moo? No, I think that the best kind of chocolate milk is Borden's. Those big giant Borden's jugs you can get at the gas station for $2. I'll throw one of those motherfuckers down.
Anybody who takes a glass, pours milk in it, and squirts that fucking Hershey's syrup in there that's not chocolate milk, you're just fucking stupid.
That's me. But I'm an adult now, so I put it in a G Fuel shaker.
There you go, and you shake it up. Get it all frothy and foamy. And then you add in your strawberry shortcake G Fuel in there.
But
what, Tommy?
That's not my preferred. That's how chocolate milk is made in my house, but that's not my preferred method of chocolate milk.
It's not horrible. I just like shitting on people that do that because I'm a chocolate milk elitist. I like Ovaltine. I like True Moo. I like it a lot.
Fucking dairy snob over here.
And I'm like lactose, like not intolerant because like I can handle like a lot of different kinds of dairy, but I have a lactose sensitivity.
He's a sensitive boy.
Like it happened out of nowhere one day. I was eating a bowl of cereal and then I was like, I gotta shit. And then like I'm like, I can't have a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's anymore. And that's heartbreaking.
Shamrock Shakes always fuck up my stomach.
Mine too.
I always think it's a good idea to get a Shamrock Shake because it tastes so good. And I get halfway through it and I want to puke every time and I still go back.
I puke out of my ass every time I have those. So
it's the same as the McRib. It's
never had a McRib.
Like the McRib is fucking awful, and it's always been fucking awful, but every time that it comes back, you have to go get one because the very first McRib you ever had was so good that you have. I would rather eat the public school lunch version of a McRib than an
I remember
actual
those.
McRib.
Yo, I found a subreddit. I forget what it was called, but it was for McDonald's employees, and I was on there for like 3 hours one day. But it was like we're like the McDonald's lounge or something where they all go and they bitch about their job and these stupid ass DoorDash orders they get for like a single Coke or like 4 ketchup packets. And one of the comments was like, "I'm going to kill myself when the McRib comes out." And I just found that to be the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard because I've never had a McRib. I don't know why it's so popular, and I only hear bad things about it.
Really?
I've never heard anybody say I like a McRib.
My buddy Nick had his first McRib, and he was like mid-bite, and I was like, "How is it?" And he was like halfway through the thing, and he goes, "This is fucking awful," and then just shoveled the rest of it into his mouth. He's like, "This is the worst thing I've ever eaten," and continued to eat it. He bought 2. Went halfway through the first one, said it was the most awful thing he's ever eaten, and then finished that one and ate the other one.
Yep. That's like me. I eat all my food if I don't like it. I don't like wasting food.
That's sound
Bad
logic.
habit.
Don't let
It'll
food
fill
go to
me up.
waste.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Agreed.
so
There's starving kids in
thing,
Flint
like,
that could
they-
have that.
yeah, you're gonna ship it to him?
Well, yeah.
You just mail it over there.
Yeah.
Get him some half-finished McRib, throw
Couple
it in the
bottles of
mailbox,
water.
and send it out to the starving children in Africa,
I
so that
give
by the
them
time it
Those
gets
starving
there,
children in
fucking-
Africa should be damn grateful to have.
I
our
said
half-eaten
Flint, as in
McRib.
Flint, Michigan. They can have my food, and I can give them some water, too.
That's not water.
Yikes.
Yeah, you're true.
That's
This is
Johnny-
like sugar.
Seawater.
This is
Having
all
your
they
hand
have.
right there.
This is water to them, not to me.
If I was
I'm
in
not
a
poor.
desert,
I drink Zephyr Hills. Okay.
if I was
I would
in a
rather
desert
lick
and
my
I came
own
across a
sweat off
bottle
my
of
arms.
Dasani,
Drink Dasani.
I wouldn't drink it. No,
What, Tommy?
Dasani don't sponsor us.
I would rather lick my own sweat off of my body than drink Dasani water.
It has the same amount of salt as Dasani does. Look at Eric.
Exactly.
He's dying.
Exactly.
Eric,
I remember a
unmute your
while
mic.
back,
Feel free to cackle.
I saw an article where finally Coke had admitted that they were just bottling tap water that they
Yes!
had run through a charcoal filter.
Like,
And it's in Atlanta. They bottle it in Atlanta, which has like pretty bad water.
why
on
is
the
there an
scale.
ingredients list on here? It's fucking
There
water.
shouldn't be. I've
There's
never
not one on
had
here.
it
It's just a source.
like, enhanced with minerals. Like, fuck
Yeah.
that, dude. I don't need extra
Purified water,
minerals in my
magnesium
water.
sulfate.
My tap water already has enough fluorine in it that it's gonna kill me by the time I get old. Like, I
There's-
don't need extra.
Potassium chloride in this fucking water and salt.
Yeah, that's
They put salt in here to make you want more. And guess what? I don't want more. I just get so thirsty, I go drink a fucking Coca-Cola, which is better. I don't even drink soda
I
anymore.
beg to differ.
I mean, potassium chloride is just an electrolyte, but
Yeah.
which is a salt.
Here's a fun fact.
Shouldn't be in water.
Here's a fun fact. So, I read somewhere that Gatorade has maybe 13 electrolytes in it total, right? Which they say that Gatorade is good after you've played sports because your body sweats out electrolytes. But I read somewhere that Himalayan pink salt has upwards of 45, I think,
This is fire.
45 different electrolytes that are essential to your body, that it would be more efficient to drink like a 4-ounce shot of water with like a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt in it than it would be to drink Gatorade at all, because the sugar in Gatorade pretty much negates everything that you just put into it.
Yup. I concur with that.
Apparently, the invention of
much.
Gatorade was pretty fucking simple.
Yep,
Like, the
Dr.
scientist
Shire.
who designed it was like, "All right, you guys just played sports. Let's test your blood and see what you're low on." And he was like, "Oh, okay, that, and that. We'll just put this into the drink, and then you can drink it. And then
I think
you
his
won't
name
be
was
low
like
on those electrolytes."
Dr. Robert Shire or something like
Like, what-
that.
Mm-hmm.
Either way,
I thought
Yeah.
it was Mr. Gatorade.
he was a patient at my mom's office she worked at, so I have an autograph from him and everything. It's super cool. It's a fun
You
fact.
have an autograph from the guy who invented Gatorade?
Yeah, he lives in Florida
You
because it's
fucking-
for the Gators,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
why it's
the
called
I mean,
Florida
Gatorade.
yeah.
Gators football team, not actual
Yeah.
alligators.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it could be fractal alligators.
I mean, if you want to get close enough to one, then go ahead. Be like
We're
the next,
Florida men. We're
the next
fine.
Coyote Peterson. He gonna bite my arm.
Oh no!
I'm going into anaphylactic shock. Get
I'm
my
gonna make this
EpiPen, Mom.
brave.
Here's a hilarious mental image for you. So if you guys haven't ever seen Coyote Peterson, he's phenomenal. He's got an amazing YouTube channel.
Fucking
He's
nuts.
the next generation's Steve Irwin, in my opinion. He is an incredibly educational guy. He's got a super huge respect for nature, and he's also fucking insane. And he has done this challenge where he's gone through the insect sting pain index. So he goes through and in order of increasing level of pain gets intentionally stung by the most painful insects in the animal kingdom. And so me and Hannah will watch his videos and like the noises he makes, like I can only imagine what it's like to have sex with that guy. It's stuck in my arm. Feel the heat radiating. Like, see, I fucking broke Alex.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm shaking.
Oh man.
I fucking hate it here. I hate it here.
Why is my arm bleeding?
And then he's in the middle of like neurotoxin entering his veins, and he's like, you can really see, you can begin to see, wow, I can look at how red, and he's like tapping on it, and he's like, look how firm, and then
I'm fucking dying, look at me.
Like, and he's like laying on the ground, like crumpled in agony, like,
yeah. Look. He's crippled from a bite, and he's like,
he's got that face of when you nut and she's still sucking.
Yeah. But then he also does other crazy shit, like he let a snapping turtle bite him on the hand.
He also did that bee beard.
The bee beard. He did lionfish. He like stuck his hand into a tank with a lionfish. Dumbass. Carefully so as not to harm the lionfish.
Oh, God forbid.
But, of all the things that this man has been stung by that could have killed him, the thing he's the most afraid of is centipedes. So that should tell you something.
He's a pussy.
Be afraid of centipedes. If Coyote Peterson doesn't like them, I'm not okay with them.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
So I have got some questions for us. About a half hour into the show now. I think we can knock out some questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I know you have a tech thing you want to go to first, Eric.
Yeah. Excuse me. So I've got a couple of things actually. Nothing too crazy, but I know Alex has just been absolutely sobbing about not having a 3090,
which he doesn't have.
Yeah, which he still doesn't have a 3090. So with as much love and affection as possible, get fucked. Tough shit.
Nerd.
However, there are going to be some alternatives coming out this year. So Radeon is actually dropping a new graphics card. They're going to be dropping the RX 6700 XT. It looks like it's going to be capable of 1440p. It's supposed to be coming out March 18th. We're looking at about $480 to $500 is the MSRP on it.
That's a lot.
So the stats on this, say it again.
That's a lot of P, dude.
Yeah, a little bit of
1440p. That's a lot of P.
A little bit of piss and shits here and there.
That's all stored in the balls, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. P is storing the balls.
P is in the left ball, commas in the right ball.
So, I mean, the card is supposed to be pretty solid. It looks like it's supposed to have 12 gigs of VRAM. The stats are supposed to be pretty similar to, I believe, the 3070,
which he doesn't have.
RDX card. I mean, I don't NVIDIA, so I don't give a shit, but the new Radeon card is supposed to be pretty good. But it's going to be right around $500.
It still wouldn't be as good as what you wish you had.
Yeah, Alex is one of those, if it's not a 3090, then fuck you, burn it. But I'm trying to give him alternatives, so I think every week I'm going to wait until he just caves and buys something. Because I know he wants an upgrade, but, like, you got to get what you can get, right? But this card's supposed to be pretty good.
We need to run this joke into the ground long enough that we can get NVIDIA to sponsor us giving him a 3090.
It's been about 17 episodes.
No, I don't even want Alex to get like a free card. I don't need a sponsorship. I need Alex to get like a $5 coupon off. to say, dude, fuck you. Here's a discount. Buy it. Like, get it over with. Because I will burn this joke into the ground and I will make a new one every week. So that said, I'd recommend looking at it for anybody else that needs an upgrade. I would get it, but I just bought a new graphics card. So if AMD is not your route, however, Intel is actually dropping a new graphics card as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So they are looking at a 16 gigabyte GDDR6 card. It looks like it will be a little bit more competitive with the Radeon 6800 XT. And it looks like it's also going to compare to the 3070 as well. It looks like with the Intel card, because it's going to be centered around people that use like Intel processors, it's going to be a little bit more like cohesive. We don't have any prices or like final specs on the DG2, I believe is the name of it. I've got it. Yeah. So the DG2 XE-HPG is like the code name or like the model name for the new Intel card. But it's supposed to be pretty solid. We don't have any like prices or anything yet. My guess is going to be around $700 because I think it's another one of those NVIDIA situations where if it's not NVIDIA, fuck you, or if it's not an Intel, fuck you. So I think it's going to be overpriced for no reason. But it should be pretty good. So, I mean, we've got some stuff to look forward to. Plus, the market will be more like stocked by that point. That'll give NVIDIA a chance to, you know, cry about the other problems that they have, like being too overpriced and not being in stock. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm excited to see final specs. We've only seen like a little bit of information from both cards that are coming out. So that's been a lot of fun. Yeah. But in other news, for iOS users and for anybody that's on like a newer iPhone, like the iPhone 6S and up, there is a new jailbreak that finally released. For those of you that aren't super familiar with like jailbreaking stuff on iPhones, jailbreaking was really popular back on like iOS 4 and like iOS 5. That's kind of when it started. So jailbreaking allows you to do like mainly visual tweaks. So instead of like swiping the screen left to right and just having the icons move, you can make them like twirl. You can do other things like customize your carrier icons, like the fonts and all that cool stuff. Allegedly getting discounted or free apps from the App Store. Allegedly speaking, I don't speak for the brand of the company. But it lets you do a lot of cool things. Jailbreaking has been kind of a... Yeah, as Alex laughs in the Android, which is fine. It's okay to be wrong. But there has been a specific jailbreak team that has been around since iOS 10, I believe, which for those not familiar, I think it was released in like 2018. So this team called Uncover has been around for the last, 3-4 years, if not longer. 2018 was when Uncover 2.1 released. So my guess is they kind of started working together in 2017. So this team's been around for a while. But Uncover finally released a iOS 14 jailbreak, which has been one of the hardest ones to patch, mainly because of everything they implemented with the security details and, all that other bullshit that Apple likes to do.
The exact reason that they implemented those precautions.
Yep. So, a lot of the stuff that Apple has been trying to do is not only like personal security, but also like back-end security so that it's harder for people that are like hackers or the jailbreak teams to like get through. But Uncover is always usually pretty persistent with everything. And as far as like, reliability goes, they're the one like group that I usually trust to like get past any of the walls that Apple puts up. So most of the jailbreak stuff that everybody released, like before dark mode was introduced and things like that, dark mode was a big thing that Uncover would allow you to do. So basically how the jailbreak process works is you install the program like Uncover, and then once that software is like into the phone, you can use a file manager like Zebra, Cydia, and a few others to like actually install like tweaks. Say it again, Robbie.
Cydia's still around.
Oh yeah, Cydia is very much still
I
around.
was about to say the same thing.
Imagine
That's a
needing to
huge
jailbreak
flag.
to put dark mode on.
Well, that was a thing in
Imagine
like
being able to run stuff on your phone, Alex.
Imagine
Yeah,
not having a
imagine not
World
getting-
War II quality photo.
imagine apps being compatible with your phone.
I
It's
don't
gotta
have
be
to
nice.
imagine any of that stuff.
Imagine not having a
It
new
works.
software every 6 fucking months.
Imagine not getting an
Imagine
unexpected
having a
error.
3090.
Oh, fuck. He did it. He did it.
Yeah, but
I
Yeah.
got Tommy on it.
Imagine having a camera that pops up.
Yeah,
That's
imagine
stupid.
it actually working for more than 10 seconds.
Camera doesn't take decent pictures.
Snapchat still isn't optimized for Android, but that's not the point.
Realistically, you need to call Snapchat the fuck out for that because that's their fault.
Yeah, a quick shout out to like Snapchat for not optimizing with Androids. Like,
Also
I
TikTok.
don't fucking get it. Yeah, exactly.
It's a fucking
but,
conspiracy, man. People don't buy Android so that they can have good looking Snap.
a lot of the other stuff was just like minor visual tweaks with jailbreaks, but I mean, jailbreaking has been a thing for a very long time. iOS 13 was actually the hardest one for everybody to crack. So when iOS 13.2 was released, there hadn't been a jailbreak since iOS 12.4. There was a minor jailbreak for iOS 13, but it didn't really do that much. And then Uncover came back like full force for iOS 14. So there's a lot of new tweaks, there's a lot of old stuff, but yes, Cydia has been around for a very long time, and it's still more or less functional. Personally, I use a file manager called Zebra. It's a little bit more intuitive. It lets you do things just easier, but Cydia still functions. So
And it looks like a horse, but it's like striped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got it.
That's what a zebra is. So yep. But yeah, nothing. Christ.
It's like the opposite of a cow. It's not spots, it's stripes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's really all the tech stuff that I have this week. I mean, I got a new camera, but I mean that was one of the other new cameras. Yeah. So I mean, I can talk about it if you guys want.
That's up to you.
You sound like you want to talk about it. Like,
I do want to
you
talk about
sound
it. I'm really excited. So I guess my last tech bit for the week is that Razer actually announced a new webcam, which is actually the one that I'm using. I think it was like a day or two after the launch. I was like, I'm gonna buy that, so I did. But this is the Razer Kiyo Pro. It's the upgraded version of the Razer Kiyo that they had. Currently, I've got HDR enabled, which probably makes it look a little bit more like saturated and shit, but it does have HDR compatibility. It's 1080p, 60 FPS. It's got a total of 103 degrees of a field of view, so I have it stretched in a little bit, but it can capture a lot more of the surroundings. It's also got adaptive light sensitivity thing. So like if I were to turn the lights off, or like if I added more lights to it, the lens on the camera is supposed to be able to just like react to it almost immediately. So I don't have to fuck with the exposure as much or do anything to like tweak the settings. Like if I add more lights, it just kind of adapts to it. But yeah, for anybody that's in the market for like a solid streaming camera, this is the way to go. I mean, it's $200, but you know, it's worth it.
Sick.
So
It's a lot of scratch. It's a lot of Skrilla.
yeah.
Right.
yeah, you're talking to a guy who got my last two webcams for free
Yeah.
because I am a moochy fuck.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. The main reason why I wanted to get this one is because the camera that I was using was the Logitech StreamCam. And that's another camera that's also capable of 1080p at 60 FPS. But this one has a detachable USB-C cable. So you can plug it in pretty much anywhere. And if I wanted a longer cord, I can use that. But it's also got a much wider field of view. And it's more like durable. I believe it's got Gorilla Glass on it, like in front of the lens. So if something were to happen to it, it wouldn't be as easy to break. So it's a beefed up webcam, but I mean it's pretty solid. Then you got somebody like Robbie that's got a DSLR setup.
Yeah,
so
I thought I saw a spec on there.
So that's gonna be the next step. But for now, this does the job. So good job, Razor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie's out here with that dick sucking lowrider camera.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
That's a dick sucking lowrider.
Can we stop breaking me during these episodes, please? I want to focus.
It's great content.
This is my goal.
Well,
is to break everyone at least once. Like, I'm still new. I'm still too new. I gotta.
We still need to get your audio figured out.
Yeah.
I'm really pissed off about this microphone because I think it's that my mic is the problem, and
I have an idea of what I think it is, and we'll touch on that when the episode's over.
Yee.
Okay.
So, question 1. These are all from Reddit. What is guaranteed to make you smile? Let's go wholesome for a little bit, instead of being edgy douchebags. For me, it's my corgi, my little corgo. I could be so upset, he'll sit there and look at me, smile, and fall on his back and be like, "Pet me now." I'm like, "Okay, buddy, I'll pet you." I love my dog so much.
Watching little kids learn stuff, like when you see a little kid figure something out, like this is going to be probably kind of a sad example, but there's this little kid who is, I believe he has cerebral palsy, and he walks with crutches now. But I remember watching this video of this precious little child and his dog Maggie, and he's finally figured out how he can walk with his crutches, and he goes, "Look, Maggie, I'm walking, Maggie," and it fucking slays me every single time. There's that. There's the "it's an avocado."
Oh yeah, divine.
Puppy songs on TikTok. That gets me every time.
Or the chicken wing, hot dog and bologna.
I just gotta say, like, cute animals and shit. Just animals doing cute things definitely makes me smile.
I'm a big positive reinforcement guy.
Get sappy.
So, yeah, I like that positive reinforcement shit, and not just for myself, but when I see other people doing it, like if my couple friends, like the ones that are in the relationship together, like they're just bouncing positivity back and forth to each other, like, "Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you," or like, "Great job on getting that raise," like all that shit. I eat that shit up. Like, fuck yeah, support each other. Like, that's the good shit. Or like when friends do it, like, "Hey, dude, I saw you do X, Y, and Z. Like, congratulations." I eat that shit up, and like I feed off of that. So when I kind of put that out, whether it's like with my stream stuff or whether it's like with my relationships or whatever, I try to bounce that back. Like, yeah, support the fuck out of everybody. But any kind of like words of reinforcement, like that shit gets me every time. It doesn't matter like how big or little it is.
Weight loss stories.
Yes. Yeah.
Watching someone like lose a whole bunch of weight and like not necessarily like for the sake of their appearance or whatever, but like reaching that goal and watching that journey, the time lapses and stuff. Like me and Anna have been watching 1,000-Pound Sisters recently, and I don't like reality TV generally. Like, it is easily my least favorite. I would rather watch the news in most situations. But we've been watching 1,000-Pound Sisters, and like watching them start the show at their starting weights, and then after the first season, seeing how far they came and like how they were able to stick to it and stuff. Like, it's just inspiring and making you can't help but find it lovable. Like, initially I was like, "Oh my gosh, why would anybody want to watch this show?" and then like you just can't help but like find them endearing and want to root for them.
Yeah.
That's the good shit.
That's fair. We should do our we have to have an edgelord answer for this too.
For what? What makes you happy?
What makes you smile? Yeah.
And you want an edgelord answer?
I don't like where this is going. Can we turn it around? Because I'm scared.
I need to think of one. People dying. There you go. Is that happy for you? I don't. Or is that happy
No,
enough
that's
for
not
you?
what I was talking about.
I asked you and you said yes.
Okay,
though.
Okay,
Like,
so
for example, if I was
something.
going to be... Go ahead, Tommy.
Go ahead. All right, so I was talking to my sister about this yesterday. So have you ever been driving down the road
No.
and you see someone who is clearly drunk as fuck? Like they're swerving in and out of lanes. They are just not all there. Do you ever look at them and just think crash?
Oh, all the fucking time, all the time.
Like you just want them to fucking wreck, and not
I have a dash
because
cam.
necessarily
Can't wait.
that you actually want them to die. Like because this is a pretty sick thought. Like I understand that, but you ever just see something just like fucking wreck your car so you can't drive anymore? Get a DUI. I don't know, man. It's just like some kind of that chaotic goblin in the back of my brain is just like, watch them crash. Like,
I mean, okay. I hope they crash, and I hope I catch it on dash cam, and I can capitalize off the virality that video will get me.
And nobody gets hurt except for maybe that person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want that stuff to genuinely happen and people to be in harm's way, but like, just the concept of just get what you deserve already. Like, I don't know.
I just thought of something like a edgelord answer or whatever. I love seeing kids get like knocked out.
Oh fuck yeah, I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are fucking terrible.
Over
when they get the shit smacked out of them.
Hold on. Let me explain. Let me explain because that sounds terrible on the surface.
Sounds amazing.
I know what you're talking about.
When I see the videos of like older siblings or like parents challenging a 3-year-old to a fucking pillow fight and the kid gets knocked out or like knocked onto the bed.
Have you seen the whole like I'm about to sing a song, Vine? Boom! Just drops immediately.
I think that shit
like,
is so hilarious. Like, I don't know why, just like seeing a little kid just like getting smacked in the fucking face with a pillow and just like falling on the floor.
Or like when toddlers get fucking bodied by their dog. Like the dog's running around and just fucking takes the little kid out. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm not the only one that's fucking horrible.
I think that shit is so hilarious.
Damn. I was just gonna say blowjobs, but I feel like I need to up my game now.
Okay, well, I mean
that's considered edgy for you?
No.
Are you a virgin?
He's thinking. Alex is thinking of edging, not edgy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, for the viewers or listeners that don't know, we're not going to tell you. But yeah, I think I know where Alex was going.
The Louis C.K. jokes are there for a reason, more than just because he has a red beard. We'll leave it at that.
Oh.
I have a problem.
Tommy, check Discord. All right, so the second question I have, Elon Musk is now worth $197 billion. How do we sell him?
Wait.
How do we sell?
What?
Elon
Auction
Musk
him to the
is now
lowest
worth
bidder.
$197 billion. How do we sell him? I think we sell him to the stock market. Put him all into Dogecoin. We become fucking billionaires off of that shit.
I would like to just put him back into the economy. Like, can people just like not have to worry about paying their bills for a few decades? Like instead of the government funding like unemployment, COVID relief, like sick time off work or whatever, can Elon fund it? Like,
yeah, he can single-handedly be a COVID relief bill. That'd be fucking
that's
sick.
what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, I mean, I know it was kind of an odd question, but in like a serious answer, that's what I would do with it. Like, you got all that kind of fucking money, dude. Like I get that you're trying to do cool shit, but do helpful shit. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I feel that on one hand. On the other hand, I feel like there's something in me that tells me that it should not be an individual person's responsibility to give of what they have technically earned.
Yeah.
Now, to say that anybody needs as much money as Elon Musk has is a stretch. Nobody needs that much money. But
exactly.
So we're canceling Tommy, right?
I am all for the whole game of eat the rich. Like,
yes,
sure. But I also don't feel like the pressure on rich people who are not, I don't think Elon Musk is an evil rich person, although he does have all the makings of a future supervillain. Like,
he's a meme.
He is one laboratory accident away from fucking Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
And that's kind of the direction that like I wanted to take it. Not in the sense that like Elon should be our disaster relief, but in the sense that like if the people had access to that money, because you asked how could we sell him or where would we sell him, so I'm saying like if the people had access to that money, that's what we would do with it. But I mean, Elon as a person, like, send himself to the moon. Like, go build another planet. For all I care.
It'll
like,
oof.
Speaking of which, did you guys check out the Outriders demo yet? Have you seen it?
No.
Speaking of going to another planet,
maybe I think I have actually, because I know the game.
That game looks cool as fuck.
No,
I mean,
I
the
really...
demo has stuff where it really genuinely needs some serious work. There's a bug in the demo that everyone's experiencing where the shaky camera is so shaky that it will like give you motion sickness.
Oh wow.
But like as far like the voice acting so far in the demo is killer. The mechanics of the game work really, really well. I'm not normally stoked on shooter type games because I'm really fucking bad at them. But that game looks cool. It's a third person like cover shooter, similar in style to like my best reference is like the Uncharted games where like you kind of have to strategically plan your cover to fire properly and make sure you don't get your ass killed. Or for a more modern reference, The Last of Us, like that kind of third person perspective. But also you get powers.
Fair enough.
Powers.
I will check that out and I will update you guys next week on what I think about it.
Did everybody answer? Everybody answer the question?
So.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. This next one kind of ties into what we did a couple weeks ago, but I don't want it to be last because the last one's my favorite. What is the most bullshit excuse you ever heard someone say?
Oh man, I gotta scan my a little bit.
Got a headache, yeah. This feels like Family Feud. I got a headache.
Grandma.
Survey says. Fine. I think mine would be.
Guys have,
mine would be asking somebody to do something, and not really an excuse. They just say, "Yeah, I'll do it," and they find some kind of like. Well, actually, I gotta go do this really quick, and then they're not doing what they said they were gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, what's that face for, Eric?
I didn't want to budget. I didn't want to butt in.
It's just when people don't make up an excuse, they just lie. Lie as an excuse.
You say they're going out for a pack of cigarettes.
And 24 years later, we still don't know them.
There's the dark.
And then you think that's them, but you don't really know. And everything, you just have to like you're fine, but you're not really fine. And
or you could don't.
Or I could do.
My like favorite bullshit excuse, or I guess the worst bullshit excuse that I've ever heard, is I didn't check it. When you text, when you text someone, or when you send like a picture to someone, and they look you dead in the face, holding their phone in one hand, and they say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see it, or I didn't check it." Fuck you. Yes, you did. Because I know that you saw that notification come in because I'm sitting right across the room from you. And I know you're on your phone because I see you on your phone.
I'm
and then you ask them, "Oh, hey, did you see that link that I sent you on Amazon earlier?" Sorry.
Amazon, okay.
I didn't check it. Dude, not to get political or anything, but I'm calling my ex the fuck out because she made the worst of it. Oh my God. Always had a bad habit of just being like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't check it." You've got your phone in your hand from the time you wake up until the time you fall asleep. Like, and I see you looking at your phone. I see you, see me, see you looking at your phone. You saw that notification come in. Like,
that's some fuck shit.
Fuck me sideways.
In that same thing, the thing that drives me insane is, and I do this too all the time, but when you're trying to show somebody something you're really interested in and they act like they've seen it before so that they don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that video of that fucking, like, they fucking figured out cold fusion 3 minutes ago? Oh yeah, I saw it yesterday. Like, I hate that. Because you can always tell. You can always tell that they are saying they saw it so that you don't show it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I hate that. Because it's like, I'm trying to enrich you with something I think is amazing, and you are saying, fuck what you said. I don't care.
At that point, if you don't want to watch it, just be like, I don't want you to show me. Like, how hard is it to be honest?
It's easier just to say, send it to me and I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to watch it, just be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't be bitch.
Can I jump back into this part for a second?
No, don't hurt yourself.
Well, I have a counterpoint, Eric.
Okay. Go ahead, Alex.
I'm really, really bad about this because what I'll do is someone will send me a message and I'm doing something and I'm trying to go elsewhere on my phone, so I swipe the notification away and then I just completely forget. It happens all the time, and people are like, "You didn't see it?" I'm like, "No, I fucking swiped it away. Saw you sent me something. I just forgot."
But that's not a lie.
It's not.
Like,
and like, I understand where.
And say, "Oh, I forgot to check that after I swiped it away." That's not a lie.
No,
No.
It's not. It's just
me at all.
Yeah.
Like that. I get what you're saying, Eric. I feel
Yeah. No, and I get Alex 100%. Because I have a really bad habit of like clearing my notifications out like every couple of hours. I mean, like just from all the apps and like all the group chats and shit. Like, I clear all my notifications out at once. But when their ringer isn't on silent and you hear that ding and they don't like clear the ding out, and you hear that notification going to their phone, you know that it came in and you know that they at least looked at it for a second. So I always fucking hated that. And I hate that with all people. But like, if I know you got the notification, like, whatever. But the other thing that I was going to jump in on about like people acting like they already know what you're talking about, it frustrates the fuck out of me when people just outright, "Oh, I don't care." God damn it.
See, I would rather have somebody tell me they didn't care. I would much rather have somebody tell me
I don't know.
care than
I like
that they already knew.
It's dependent. Like if somebody tells me, like, because I'm the type of person that gets really excited about stuff. I mean, you guys all know, you've known me for years.
Yeah.
I get really excited about something and I latch onto it and I have to talk about it. But if somebody like cuts me off in that moment and just shuts me out, I fucking hate that. That shit gets me mad more than anything. Like, because I get excited about it and I want to talk about it. And like, if you let me just get that burst out and then just be like, I see that you enjoy it, but it's not something I care about, I'm cool with that. Like, I vibe with that. I'll bring it somewhere else. That's fine. But don't like shut me down immediately.
Ooh, ugh. This made me think of something. This is completely unrelated, but this just came to my mind. I hate when I hear two people having a conversation, and the other person is just hurling insults at them, trying to be funny. But I've seen this happen over the course of the last, I don't know, fucking 6 or 7 years over some people I've known. And it makes my fucking blood boil because I know it's just banter, but you can tell when people go too far and somebody doesn't want to say anything and they just kind of sit there quiet. You're just like, I know that hit you deep and that fucking sucks. I'm going to talk to you later. The other person's a fucking dickhead. I've seen that happen at, I almost said the name of the place, where I used to work a couple of years ago. Some of the employees there were having a conversation and one guy was just like, nope, I can't say that. I would have just outed someone's name. To summarize the story without giving it too much detail, he told him to shut up and called him a racial slur for a Puerto Rican guy. I wasn't going to say the slur, of course, but and the guy just kind of sat there, got quiet, went back to work.
Wow.
It's one of those things like where...
So you're bullying is what you're saying.
Yes, but like it was, they were bantering back and forth. Oh, you're a fucking dick. You know what I mean? Like banter back and forth. You cut out completely.
He just took it way too far.
He took it way too far and just went over the line that one extra step. Or like, I've seen people having a conversation and someone's just like, shut the fuck up mid conversation. It's like, what?
Yeah, I
can't stand arrogant, ignorant motherfuckers.
Yep.
Just people like that.
I shut down.
Fucking blood boil.
Like somebody tells me to stop talking like that, or like to just shut me down immediately. I actually shut down, and I'm like, nope.
I typically don't defend myself because I'm just like, whatever, I'll take it. I'm more about defending other people than myself. Like, if my homie's getting roasted, I'm like, yeah, that's fucking funny. But if someone goes too far, I'm like, check yourself, motherfucker.
Yo,
that wasn't cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I've never gone too far with you guys.
No.
Because I say some stupid shit.
No, I have no problem calling anybody out that goes too far.
I feel like we are at a point where we'll just tell you. Like, I don't think there's any doubt in it, any of our minds, that if one of us says something out of line, we would just all be like,
100%. Yeah, and it's like I was saying before the podcast. Like, I bully Alex about the 3090 card, but that's out of love. Like, Alex is a homie. But
and it's not
you still want to buy an
either.
NVIDIA card. Yeah, but like I'm still going to bully you for wanting to buy an NVIDIA card in the first place. So
trying to want to buy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, we all fuck around with each other enough. Like, I mean, we're all still here and we're not canceling each other. So
it's just,
that's fair.
It's some people that go too far whenever there's banter going back and forth that it really makes my fucking blood boil. And then when there's other people around that don't say anything and just let it slide, I'm like, okay, now this needs to stop. Like, you're a grown fucking adult, bro.
The one thing that I'll add to that is when people are bantering back and forth and then like somebody throws something at the other person that is totally out of their control. Like, it's one thing if you're like roasting each other in a funny way, but like if you throw something at them like physically or like a mental illness that they have, and you like throw that against them in the middle,
where you're like, yeah, well, your mom's an alcoholic or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't relate to that one specifically, but like, you know, it's things that like when they're out of that person's control. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same kind of thing where like in school, people would make fun of somebody for being poor.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Like, you'll swallow your fucking teeth if you push it far enough.
Yeah. We were poor, dude. Like I grew up. I didn't realize like how little money we had until way later, because I started remembering things about my childhood that like other people don't find normal. Like there was a point where we were pretty much always brushing our teeth with baking soda, which is a good way to brush your teeth, but it's because toothpaste was too expensive. You know,
Right.
like like maybe not specifically that, but like things along those lines.
Mhm.
You know, so it's crazy to think about because my parents really did, you know, the best that they could, and I was never like, you know, I always had shoes to wear, or you know, I wasn't like running around in clothes that were too worn out, but
Yeah.
like that was great lengths that my parents went to, and like when I would hear somebody make fun of somebody else because their family couldn't afford something,
Yeah, it's fucked.
that's a different when you make fun
Yeah.
of somebody for being broke because like they're broke and they're a scrub, you know, that's a little bit different than making fun of somebody whose family is poor because
Mhm.
they're trying to support a family on not enough
Yeah.
money. Like
Yeah.
that's a whole different story. That just fucking that like you said, Robbie, it boils my blood to watch somebody
Yeah.
get clowned on. Like people who
Yep.
are mean to homeless,
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, why be mean to
like
someone
just
homeless? Like, I give them
Nah.
money, but most of the time I don't. You know why? Because I know what they're gonna use it for. Give them food. Like, if you're really
Yeah.
homeless, you can use the food more than money. Like, if I can supply
oh
you,
dude, made the mistake one time. So this was back when I was at a university. I had just finished class. My class on Friday mornings was at 8 a.m.
go ahead and
So I'd
dox
gotten out
yourself.
of class at 7:30, and I was starving, and I really, really, really wanted Five Guys, but Five Guys wasn't open until 11. So I got to the Five Guys at 10 o'clock. And at this point, I'm driving my like beat ass 94 Civic with no AC. And it's like, you know, September. And so I'm sitting out in front of this Five Guys waiting for it to open because I didn't have shit going on that day. And I had my windows down, and this guy rolls up to me on a bike and was asking me if I, you know, if I could spare some change. And I was like, you know what? The last few times that I've wanted to give somebody some money, I didn't actually have money to give them. So let me pay that forward to you. And I gave this guy a $20 bill, and I was like, here you go. And I guess he told his friends because maybe 20 minutes later, this dude walks up with his son, had to be like 3 years old. And he was like, dirty and sad, you know, and he was like asking me, he said he needed money to get him, and basically I thought it was just him and his kid. He needed a bus ticket so that he could get to the kid's grandmother's house. And I was like, shoot, man, I don't have any more cash, but I have some on my debit card. I'll buy you lunch. Because I was about to go in and buy lunch anyway. And he was like, great. And so he walks away, and like 5 minutes later comes back with two more children and another adult with him. And I ended up spending like $70 on homeless people that day because I had already told him that I
Oh,
would buy them. And he
oh,
brought his whole family to get lunch. And so I
you made
bought
his
them
day.
lunch. And then at the very end, guy comes up to me and he was like, are you sure you don't have any spare change so I can get a bus ticket? And I literally had like dug through my car for quarters to hand this guy so he could try and get a ticket to a bus so that he could take his kids to their grandmother's house so they would be out of the wilderness. And I was like,
Oh.
I got so like I got duped today.
Yeah. That reminds me of a time. It's unrelated, but I think I was in St. Pete, and I was walking to like a movie theater, and this homeless guy walked up to me and goes, "Hey man, you haven't any change?" I said, "No, I don't keep cash on me. Sorry. Hope you I hope your day gets better," or something like that. He goes, "Oh, well, you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. I don't carry cash on me." There's an ATM over there. I looked at him, said, "Fuck off," and I walked away because he was following me to the movie theater.
Oh, you know what drives me up the wall, man, is like whenever those kids come around with fundraisers and they're selling like pot holders that they made,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you used to get away with saying, I'm sorry, I don't have any cash on me. But now the kid's getting savvy. He's like, oh, I got Cash App, I got Square, I got Zelle, I got
Venmo.
Now I just have to be an asshole and tell you I don't want to give you any money.
Right.
Or you have to buy one of their painted wooden roses to support their church to go to see a basketball game or something. And oh man, you can't casually not support people anymore because now it's way too easy to give people money.
Yeah.
Their little black rose to see a marching band.
Yeah. It's
enough about homeless individuals. I have my my last question, and I want to get real close up for this.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Okay, don't mind the zit. So, what was your favorite fast food item that was recently, that was unfairly discontinued? And if they brought it back, what current item on the menu should it replace?
I have a good one for this.
Hold on,
I have answers.
McDonald's.
Whoa.
Ronald McFuckface. Bring back the goddamn snack wrap. The big one and the small one. You motherfucker. You hear me? Bring it back now. Because the fucking new chicken sandwiches on your menu, garbage. Fucking all of them. I got one. It was one pickle and a piece of chicken on it. Fucking trash. Get rid of that shit. Bring back the jumbo snack wraps so my fat ass can have a Sprite, a large fry, and a fucking big old snack wrap and be hungry. Not be hungry.
Cheesy Fiesta potatoes, which I know are supposed to be on their way back.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
March 11th,
man,
I believe.
when I found Fiesta potatoes were leaving that, and when Taco Bell here, if we're gonna go this route, Taco Bell, bring back the grilled stuffed nacho. What the fuck were you thinking getting rid of the grilled stuffed nacho? It was the best thing you ever made. I
miss the Mexican pizza.
Those were good.
I was one of those weird people.
Nacho, you guys remember watching Kim Possible and wondering what a nacho tasted like? It's a grilled stuffed nacho. That's what the fuck it was. It was $1, and I ate 3 or 4 of them in a sitting back when I was, just out of high school. And it was the best thing they ever made. And they haven't even made an attempt to come back with it. The closest they got was the loaded nacho griller, which was like dog shit imitation of what the grilled stuffed nacho tasted like. I feel extremely strongly about this, Taco Bell. Get your shit together.
Extremely strongly.
Yes.
Motherfucker not even using English.
Extremely strong. That tracks. That is an adverb describing another adverb.
Shit smacks.
Okay.
Alex. I have a controversial one.
No, you don't.
Hear me out. Oh, you're going to think it's controversial, I think.
No, I won't.
Hear me out. Granted, they currently have it right now for a limited time, but it's going away. I like the pretzel crust pizzas from Little Caesars.
Fuck Little Caesars.
That was a fun job.
Easy. I agree, dude. Working at Little Caesars was the most fun I had working food service, hands down.
100%. 100% it was.
I'm just saying.
For all out there who are wondering, Little Caesars pizza is as gross as you think it is. I promise. It's probably worse.
It's things $5. What do you expect?
I worked there.
It's garbage.
Well, now, granted, the Little Caesars that I worked at is closed now, so it may not be all
Health
Little
code
Caesars.
Violation?
Hashtag but oh man, that was a fun job. Golly.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Little Caesars.
Yeah. Oh man.
Eat it.
Yeah, but it's like they have the crust is like pretzel bread with salt on it, and then it's just straight up like nacho cheese instead of marinara sauce.
It fucks.
It slaps.
I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it.
It slaps. For $6, it fucking slaps.
It's a weird combination, but I can vibe with it. It's good.
You can talk all you want about how much you don't like Little Caesars, but when you can easily feed yourself for the day on $5,
I can't.
you're gonna like Little.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I made Little Caesars pizza last like 3
Literally
days.
ordering food right now, like I'm so hungry.
I need two.
I haven't eaten dinner.
2 whole pizzas to myself.
Me too, bro. Like just one for the first meal, and then you wait a few minutes, you get hungry, and then you have a second pizza waiting for you.
I've seen Robbie put away food.
Breakfast.
I can confirm.
I'm like Kirby.
Not that anymore.
Not Ashley.
I used to put away food, but now it's like half the serving I would have normally eaten back, like maybe even as far as like 3 years ago. I cannot put away that much food. Like especially like I take Adderall for my ADHD, so that even further inhibits my ability to eat because I just hate the idea of eating physically. But oh man, I wish that I could. Well, I'm kind of glad I don't put away food as much as I used to because it would cost me a lot of money. But like I can go for a day and eat nothing but like a half a cup of rice, and I'm like pretty good for the most part. As long as I eat it at the right time to where I don't start to feel sick because I haven't eaten, that's all I would really need.
That's fair.
I have one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you, McDonald's, for taking away bagels on your breakfast.
What?
I love the steak, egg, and cheese bagel. You can't get.
I used to get that without
bacon.
Oh no, I didn't get that.
Full dude.
Yeah, they don't have bagel-based items on their breakfast anymore.
I used to get a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel with no egg, and they'd put some kind of like sauce on it. I don't think it was cream cheese. The sauce was fucking fire.
I think it's like a hollandaise sauce or something, but it's fucking fire.
Fuck eggs.
And that was the steak, egg, and cheese bagel that was my shit, man. Back in the day when I was actually up early enough.
Dunkin' Donuts, bring back 2 things. 1, Dunkfetti Donuts, best donut out there, hands down. 2,
Boston cream.
Chicken salad. Dunkin' Donuts chicken salad was fucking awesome, and I was pissed when I found out they stopped making it.
Today I learned they had chicken salad.
They sure did. I dated a girl who worked at a Dunkin', so like she had like the ins and outs of the menu and stuff. It wasn't really that great. It wasn't worth it. Like knowing what's on the menu or what they were and weren't going to be continuing to make was not worth that relationship, I promise. But yeah, that was like, as far as food goes, like I think most of Dunkin's food is pretty fucking gross.
Yeah.
Donuts, fine, but their hot food most of the time leaves you unsatisfied and with a stomach ache. But their chicken salad was fucking awesome. And I'm pissed because they don't make it anymore.
There is a Dunkin' by me. There's 2 of them. There's one closest to me that I know Tommy knows about, and there's one farther away from me. The one farther away from me, anytime I would order a Boston cream donut, they would set napkins in the bag and throw the donut in there so it was never wrapped up. So there was just like icing all over the bag, and I was so fucking pissed every morning because I would drive through there and get a black tea with 2 donuts on my way to my job where I did install the carpet, so I could have fucking some hot drink and nice cozy donies at fucking 6 a.m. and it was all fucked up every morning. It was so good.
They've started at the Dunkin' that I go to now. They've started putting donuts like I ordered 2 donuts at a time, and they put them in their own individual little 2 donut box now, which is like the coolest fucking thing ever. Because I usually get vanilla frosted donuts because I am a child.
True.
And like pulling vanilla frosted donuts out of a bag is my worst nightmare. It's the
That's fair.
worst thing ever.
That's
because
fair.
There's no possible way to keep your hands from getting frosting all over them.
True.
Not even just like a little bit. It's like, oh, at the end of the donut, you just kind of, and then you're done. It's like you now have to wash your hands immediately or your steering wheel is going to regret it.
Yep. Fuck that shit. Did you go, Eric?
No, I was just waiting. I didn't want to butt in. No. Believe me, I love the fuck out of this. Like, I want everybody to keep going. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm actually kind of like there aren't like particular items that I really miss from anywhere but Taco Bell. So like as much as I love Taco Bell, I do kind of have to shit on them for a minute. So I guess instead of like actually zooming in on the camera, I'll like bring them in a little bit. Hey Taco Bell, bring the fucking Fritos burritos back. Okay? I won't fuck with this. Bring the Fritos burritos back. I love them so much. Just bring them back. Like for a week. I don't care.
I mean, just look what I had before the show.
I don't think I ever ate like a good Fritos burrito, like made fresh. Every time I had one, the Fritos were like soggy by the time I got to eat it. Yeah. So like I didn't have that like
get a see burrito, you know? I only had one bad experience with a Fritos burrito. Like the fuckers just didn't add enough like beef to it. So they were always good though. It was always reliable, and it was only $1.
Chip and tortilla.
And they made it poof for no reason. The one thing that I'm not too crazy about is the I think it's just like a beef burrito that they brought back. It's got like regular beef and like a shit ton of nacho cheese, but not only is it surrounding the beef, it's like they mix the beef and the cheese and then add more cheese to it. So it's like a thickum burrito, right? Fucking slaps. Not bad, but still not the Fritos burrito. The other thing that I'm going to rag on them for is not having Baja Blast in cans or bottles all year long. Since they started it in 2014, it has always bugged the fuck out of me. Yep.
I understand that from a marketing perspective because that's the kind of thing, like, it's always good. Like, the McRib is always bad. So when the McRib comes back, you buy one McRib, hate it, and then you don't buy another one. But when you find out Baja, everybody fucking stocks up because Baja Blast is never not good.
Yep. In 2014, I may have talked about this on a previous episode. I'm not exactly sure, but in 2014, the first year that Baja Blast like came to shelves, like in bottles and cans, they actually,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. And I'll tell you how I know that, because that was not only the year that I got clean, but it was also my first Warped Tour. So during that summer, they released it in bottles and cans, and they also had an iOS app. It was a game that you could play. It was like the dirt bike game Trials, where you like jump over the hills and like try to get the high score, right? So they had that, and they had it set up to where if you rack up a certain amount of points, you can get free merchandise. And that was the whole gimmick. So they had it running for like a few weeks, but they released the app and they were like, hey, if you get X amount of points, you get whatever merch. So I played that game fucking religiously.
I remember this game. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm. So I got enough points to actually get a Baja Blast t-shirt and a Baja Blast hat. I don't know what happened to the shirt, but I still have the hat. Funny enough, I actually got it signed by Jimmy Eat World, so I'll have to wear that next episode. Yeah. Super random fact. And that's why I'm saying, like, I remember taking it to Warped Tour and everything. But yeah, I understand that Baja Blast just for the last, 7 years? It's been a summer release, but like, do a Christmas release. We need more Baja Blast. Like, I want to just buy it in bulk. That's all I ask
Speaking of Mountain Dew, did you guys ever try Mountain Dew Typhoon?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
That was my absolute fucking favorite Mountain Dew. That was the year that Whiteout won the Democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Was when Typhoon came out, and it was like a strawberry watermelon. Oh, it was the best fucking Mountain Dew ever.
Oh, yeah.
Right before that was when Voltage won. It was Voltage and then Whiteout.
Code Red is the best.
Code Red just unlocked a memory. Do you guys remember Vault drinks?
Oh yeah, Game Fuel Mountain, because that unlocked a memory for me.
What, the Game Fuel Mountain Dew?
The first release when Halo, I think it was Halo.
Oh, when they they turned it into it used to be Game Fuel, and then they turned it into Livewire.
Yeah, I remember Game Fuel with Halo 3.
Because I remember there was a point where Livewire and Game Fuel were out at the same time.
Maybe.
Because I remember Livewire,
but I know what you're talking about.
Livewire came out before I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Which was in 04.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 03 or 04. And Game Fuel it was a big deal because I think it was Halo 3 that it came out promoted for. And I just remember, like, I have very vivid memories of buying like 12 packs of Game Fuel, going to my buddy's house, playing Tony Hawk's Underground 2 on his PlayStation 2 while his parents argued in the background, like listening to some POD.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel so alive for the first time.
Down.
Yeah.
I'll always System of a Down for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah.
Great band. Well, we're at an hour 25. You guys want to call it?
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Just flies by.
Geezer. All right. Well, hopefully we have a guest on next week. That's the plan. So get hyped. It's a Twitch streamer. Okay. Bye.
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 Peace out, motherfuckers.
Alex doesn't have a 3090.